aside, how's your Bunsen burner? Because we're talking chemistry here with Professor Dan O'Dowd.
Professor, yeah.
You're going to give
resident GM and professor.
That's right.
Exactly.
So give us the formula.
I'm going to give you the formula.
For a World Series championship team.
Well, I think if you go back historically and look at all the clubs that put themselves in the position of winning a World Series, they had common characteristics as they built their roster. And I developed this list based on those common characteristics. So let's take the Astros, for example.
Okay.
4 aircraft carriers.
Yep.
So who do we got? You got
Alvarez, Tucker,
Bregman,
Altuve.
Okay.
Yep, 4.
They got 4 solid everyday position players.
Yep.
Let's go through them. They got Pena, they got McCormick, they've got Brantley, and I would put Maldonado into that mix.
Yes.
Okay. 2 impact starting pitchers.
Valdez and Verlander.
2 solid middle of rotation contributors in the rotation. Urquidy and
Hunter Brown, J.P. France, something like that.
No, Garcia.
Oh, that's right. And Luis Garcia, who's out.
He's out, but, this year it's Javier.
Christian Javier.
Javier was right. Okay, so then they got a dominant closer in Presley, 2 impact setup guys with Neris
and Abreu.
And 2 solid. Now, this is the area that they will need to figure out a little bit. Montero has to step up. Hunter Brown, for me, will have to step up. That's a little bit of a question mark going into the series. They got great dugout leadership. And any team that puts themselves in the position of going to 7 LCSs shows you resiliency and grittiness. And also, guys, in small sample size, you need some luck.
You're right.
To make this thing all work. But if you, again, go back historically, go through every team in this year's postseason, they all have some semblance of that formula to put their team in this position to have a chance of going to the World Series. And
Sometimes you'll have a player like, especially like when you're talking about the bullpen or a position player that kind of steps up in those moments.
Correct. He may not be that guy all year long, and all of a sudden he turns into that guy through the postseason.
Well,
that's part of your luck too.
Let me ask you this. Look, with applying Dan's formula, where do the Rangers stack up or fall short, if any, areas?
Well, I think when you look at their team, they're very similar as far as where they stack up, where they have their aircraft carriers, their contributors, their 2 big-time starting pitchers. But then in the bullpen is where we're going to see where are those guys they're going to step up. They're going to be their impact guys, where they're going to be those middle inning contributors. That's where maybe Gray comes into play against those right-handed hitters. Whether Max Scherzer makes a start or comes out of the bullpen for them will also impact. And we'll see how, Chapman ends up, performing over the course of this.
Really well said, Alex. I think Boch's biggest challenge and opportunity will be able to figure out, because in a 7-game series, your bullpen's going to get exposed. You're going to have to use your bullpen guy. It's going to get exposed. You can cover it up in a 3-game series, a 5-game series, 7-game series. You're not going to hide anybody.
That's a good call.
So how he navigates with the talent he has will be important. But Dusty's going to have the same challenges because the Graveman injury, again, put themselves in a position so some other guys have to step up. But, I mean, you talk about the aircraft carriers that the Rangers have, too, with Simeon and Seager and the way Garcia's playing right now. I mean, the one guy that we don't talk about enough is Mitch Garver. He's got the 2nd highest weighted run created plus from an offensive standpoint on that team this year, hitting number 3 in their lineup. So they've got a lot of special players going on right now, and 2 young players with Young and Evan Carter that are stepping up into the primetime lights and start showing that they potentially could be aircraft carriers too. So, fascinating series.
Well, the Astros, luckily for the Astros, winning at home wasn't on your formula because they were under 500, Dan, at Minute Maid Park.
You don't usually see this.
I mean,
it's not the formula you usually see to
what do
get
you
to
make
this
of
point
this?
In our production meeting, Alex said it well. I think it's a fluke. I don't think I read about they couldn't see with the background they had, so they made some adjustments with their background. I just think it was a fluky thing. I think like clubs that win a lot of 1-run games and lose a lot of 1-run games in the course of the season's a fluky thing too. I don't think that has any bearing right now going into this stage.
The key about this series about the Astros and the Rangers, both teams with some flaws, some fluky things that happen over the course of the year, but they're here in this position because they have players that find ways to win games, regardless of what some of these numbers over the course of the season are telling us about their team.
Yeah, obviously the Rangers, they're using Creed to kind of fuel them in their postseason run. Well, MLB Central, our morning show during the regular season, we have also been using Creed as well.
Under the sun. I listened to Creed when I was in high school.
Yeah.
A little bit.
You're damn right you did.
With arms wide open. Get into Creed one time.
I don't like his voice.